life looking aggravated. Got straight to the money, no procrastinating. Buying anything I want, life's a vacation. You can tell by my walk, I'm activated. Don't make me do it to it. Don't make me.
Don't make me. Don't make me do it. Don't make me. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, tuned into the greatest show on earth. It's always the greatest show whenever Trill and I pull up anywhere. It doesn't matter what it's called. It doesn't matter where we're at. But that's real. Trill, introduce yourself to these good people.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Commissioner, a.k.a. Trill Dollar Bill, man. It's good tapping in with you guys on this wonderful Thursday. What's going on with you, Ricco, man? How are you enjoying your week so far?
It just feels like it's flown by. You know?
Nah, I get
feels just, I don't know. Feels like it's just been too quick. You know, it feels like it's just gone too fast.
It's just flying by, right? Hey,
well,
they say time flies when you're having fun,
and I'm having a lot of it. All right, so that's
welcome everybody to the new across the way, U.S. to the U.K. I am the Commissioner, like I told you before, a.k.a. Trill Dollar Bill, with my co-host Ricco, a.k.a. Mr. BanterNBoxing himself. Yeah, man, what's going on, man? We got a chance yesterday, man, to talk about you, man, and everything. How'd you feel? You liked it?
I loved it. You know, it's almost like I've not let that moment leave me. You know, it feels like it's still
with you. It's still with you. Yeah, I mean,
still with, and it
like
carries.
It's different now. It's different now, Ricco. Like we really got a chance to mellow out through the week, and just chill and kick it with the people, because we got 5 days now. 5 days to talk to the people, not only about boxing and the fights that's going on, but everything that's going on around boxing and how it relates to life in itself. This is Across the Way. It's not your typical boxing show. We're bringing you something that's more than boxing. We're bringing you boxing in life in a classy way, with respectful and class and taste. That's how we're coming. That's how we're moving. Ricco, we talked about a lot this week, man. We talked about the awards that went on the weekend. We talked about, you and your love for the sport of boxing and how you got into the sport of boxing. We talked about everything, but we haven't talked about what this year is going to bring.
True.
We haven't talked about 2025 and this year and what's it going to bring. It's starting off. I mean, this fight's in January. This fight's in January. Anyway is fighting. His opponent had got a cut, so he's not going to be fighting. He got a replacement. This replacement is, I got it for you. Drum roll, please. It's Yi Yeon Kim. That's gonna be.
I love how certain countries, they have like 3 names with maybe 4 letters max in one of those names.
Okay,
I respect that.
Ye Yeon Kim. Well, I hope hopefully
Ji Young King.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I watch a lot of anime.
It's going to be in Tokyo. It's going to be in Tokyo, Japan. That's
there we go.
In January. But a lot of people is saying that the year really kicks off the day that I drop my album. That's February 1st, everybody. The transformation of Trill. We dropped that on February 1st. But not only do we drop that on February 1st, we have an amazing watch party on that day as well, because David Benavidez will be going up against David Morrell February 1st. So a lot of people are saying that boxing kicks off February 1st. You know what I'm saying? But
not true.
Not true. What fight?
Ben Shalom kickboxing off. Sorry, I just felt so much disrespect here.
yeah, Ben Shalom kicked it off with, but he wasn't there.
That's true too.
He kicked it off, but he wasn't there. He wasn't even in the building.
I'm so I can't get over it, man. I'm still so shocked. Like
Why are
that
you
was,
shocked?
I don't know.
You shouldn't be shocked. You shouldn't be shocked. You know everybody. You know Turkey Al-Sheikh got everybody losing. Listen, just to have a meet and greet with Turkey Al-Sheikh, you know.
Okay, life choices. So, Turkey Al-Sheikh award show, getting the best selfies ever, or your arguably one of your biggest star and future stars, first title defense, and somebody who you could potentially have as a monster at 168 pounds in Callum Simpson. He's very, 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 very good. Or selfies. For me, I'm conflicted.
I'm conflicted too because you're leaving out the point of this. Not only was it selfies, it was networking with Turkey Al-Sheikh to help put himself in a good light so he can put his fighters in a position to get turkey bags. So was it business to make sure that his future fighters, will be in good positions and good standings with the guy who is running things with the, or
Can I tell you the harsh reality of life?
He can miss a fight. You know?
Can I tell you the harsh reality of life? I didn't see one Ben Shalom Turkey selfie. I'm still yet to see one. He's been to Riyadh, so he's like, you know what? I didn't get it this time.
Hey, listen,
we go again.
He showed his face.
Right. Okay.
At least, hey, Turkey can't hold that against him. He showed his face. He showed his face. But with fight, there's a lot of fights. But with fight, are you looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to Dmitry Bivol Beterbiev too, man. I think that'll have all the makings of, a classic. The first fight was, again, a great fight. I just don't want it to be stained with anything. Well, not stained with anything.
Stained.
Yeah, I don't want. Listen,
what do you mean
all right.
stained?
So I'm gonna wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm gonna wear I've got my sleeve here, and I got slap my heart on it right now.
Okay, right. Ricco, because we've been through
judges lately more than ever have decided to be the biggest scumbags ever. All right, now.
What does that have to do pertaining to this fight? What does this have to do with it? Because everybody would agree that
I don't want any type of controversy.
Even though there was no controversy with this fight, everybody agreed that it was a tough
disputed.
Fight. It was a tough fight.
It's a dispute.
No, we have an undisputed. It wasn't disputed. We have an
undisputed. But he says he knows it's disputed.
It was
so that's why he's I don't even think Al-Sheikh had to do much.
They running it back because it was in the contract. It was already in the contract.
Poll up. He put a poll up and he was like, "Should I do the rematch?"
It was already in the contract, and they already had. And that you can't listen. Even though I know he's a man who is dedicated to the sport, and listen, he all he does is go from the mosque. He rides his bike from the mosque to the gym back home to be with his family, and then he does the same thing the next day over. Right? I get this, but when Turkey puts those numbers, we got a rematch. And do I think the right guy won the first fight? Yeah, I think the right guy won the first fight. It was a close fight. It was a tough fight, but I think that Arthur pulled it off. I'm sure all the men wanted Bivol to win around the world. A lot of men.
He won that fight. Even Beterbiev knew he lost.
Nah, he knew he won. He knew he won. And listen,
go back and check it out.
I did, and I actually,
we were celebrating. We were all, but then I was like, nah.
I offered you to watch the fight back with me, and you decline. You know, and we can score
We'll watch
the
it back,
fight.
no problem.
You know, and
We'll
we can
score it
score the
together.
fight together.
Yes,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
I'll do that.
And we can tell, and you can see for yourself who won that fight.
My Turkey LLC cardboard cutout will be there by that
You
time.
know, and it seems like, you know, shout out to Turkey Al-Sheik. Turkey Al-Sheik, he be having his favorites that you can tell that he be wanting to win. You know, but shout outs to him. He lets it play out the way it plays out, and yeah, because I think he was favoring Bivol on the low, like he was favoring Tyson Fury on the low. You know, and these things just didn't happen the way he wanted, because I think if Bivol would have exchanged a little bit more, he would have won those rounds that he gave away by circling and not exchanging. The rounds that he circled and did not exchange, I think that's what the rounds that the judges gave to Beterbiev, because it gave the perception that he was the one that was trying to make the fight. I think that Bivol, now knowing this, will train differently, and it will be a different Bivol. He was having success when he was in the middle of the ring, and he was bringing the fight to Arthur. The way when he started going on the back foot, that's when he gave Beterbiev hope, and it started to change the perception of the fight of what was going on. But when he was standing in the center of the ring, or when he was bringing the fight to Arthur, he was having success, and he was winning those rounds. You know, as when he started going on the back foot and circling around, where he started to lose the rounds, in my point, and in the judges' eyes too. I think though, where he will go back and he will see, and I think he'll do more fighting and less feigning and moving. I wouldn't say running, right? Because when you say running, it gives people the wrong
a negative connotation.
Yeah, connotation. Like I was saying that he was being a track star in there. He turned his back and he was getting out of there. No, he was doing a lot of movement, and that movement made some judges think that he was doing more movement and not engaging, and it made it seem like Beterbiev was bringing the fight, and a lot of judges will score it for their aggressor. You know, so
that's fair.
Yeah. So you say you're looking forward to that fight. That's a great card as well. You know, there's a lot. Is there any other fight besides that fight, any other fight that you're looking forward to that's on that card? You got your boy.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Hamza Shiraz winning his first world title against Carlos Adames. I think Anthony Joshua has Carlos beaten Shiraz.
Well, this card starts off with a bantamweight title fight. It's a rematch fight, and then there's the WBC bantamweight title fight with Nakatana. He's gonna be fighting, and then you got Buatsi fighting 40 Callum Smith. You know, shout out to my peoples from the UK, because it was I forgot how I was saying his name before.
Trill. Do you know what? Trill is like 21 Savage. Trill was actually born here in Brixton.
Yeah. Shout out to my people. It was like everybody, because I forgot I was saying kill him Smith. I don't know what I was saying that. Call him.
I think you were calling him K-Lam.
I was calling him
K-Lam Smith.
Call him Smith. I was calling. It was like, nah, Trill. My man from the UK. It's like the 40 cal. It's like the 40 cal. Cal.
Or Mundo.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Mundo.
It's like the 40 cal. You know what I mean? So it's Buatsi and 40 Callum Smith. I gave him that nickname. And then that's gonna be a good one. That's where I think it gets really crazy competitive right there. It's the Buatsi and 40 Callum Smith. Everybody has written off Callum Smith, and you know I got love for the Smith brothers. You know, shout out to Beefy. You know, yeah, I got
the
love
Silver Fox
for the Smith brothers, and he's going against a Buatsi. I'm not going to switch up on. I know Buatsi's everybody's guy, but I'm gonna stick with the home team, man. I'm gonna stick with 40 Callum Smith. I remember at one point he was actually the number one guy at 168. Mm-hmm. You know, He moved up. He sure he ain't no slouch. He sure he a warrior in there, and I think he still got something left. A lot of people think he's the best out of all the brothers. What do you think?
He's certainly the most accomplished.
And I'm looking forward to that fight. I know you're going with Joshua in that fight.
Yes,
that'll be a good.
it's finally time for Joshua Buatsi to fulfill the potential that has.
This is a good. This will be the best person on his resume.
Oh, by far. By millions of miles, literally.
Ain't gonna get that.
I'm really looking forward to it because I don't think Mundo has anything left. I'm sorry, I'm one of those guys. Yeah, he's just the thing that's annoyed me about 40 cal is the big fights. The real, you know what I mean? It's different from knocking out George Groves, okay? So when you're there with Canelo, there's not even a crowd there. You just let him punch your arm into non-existence. But Beterbiev, I know it's easier said than done. Beterbiev's a freak, but it's just disappointing when you're trash talking in support of Mundo against Mexicans and against Canadians with Beterbiev. He's the best Canada has right now. So yeah, or ever will, for that matter. So yeah, Boatsi, it's time for him to fulfill his true potential now, get a proper body, and he'll be elevated to full world champion. I think what is it for? It's for the IBF
interim
world title. So yeah, definitely, man. Really looking forward to it, and it's about time.
You ready for Big Bang Zane?
This man is a national treasure. I think we should have every country should have a statue of Zhang.
Listen, I'm not going against Zhang, man. I'm not going against Zhang. Somebody might be able to run around him, but if he put them paws on you, he gonna put you to sleep.
Listen, the guy has an absolute cannon. and he's got power in both hands, and he will go in there and I am so happy, and it's like a skit almost. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up to the Bang Zhang. Who's the Bang Zhang fighting?
Cabriel.
Oh, Caballel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, every time I bet against Caballel, which is every single time, he always wins. So why stop a good thing? I'm gonna go with the Bang Zhang.
Exactly.
Sorry, Caballel. If you get through this one, I'll definitely got your back next one.
Nah, you end up picking him, you'll end up losing. Don't mess up his streak. Don't mess up his streak. That could be one of those things,
I might just do that, Yeah, Caballel. Your Honor, I'm gonna switch. Your Honor.
You got Virgil Ortiz and Madrimov. Israel Madrimov. That's on that card. There's a lot. Listen, that could be a main event. The Zane could be a main event.
Every single one of those fights could be main events.
Yeah.
It might be one of the best cards ever.
Well, so far the year, it is so far. Then you got the WBC middleweight title with Carlos Adams and the new Shiraz,
European champion.
He's gonna
my guy Tyler Denny up, man. I feel bad, obviously.
I think he wins. I think he pulls away with the victory. I think he's gonna be in the new WBC middleweight champion.
I think Shiraz will send him to hell. I think Shiraz will send him to the deepest, darkest, the murkiest. There's no sunshine whatsoever. Just eternal darkness, part of the gulag. And I can't wait.
The WBC lightweight title is also on the line with Shakur Stevenson and your boy Floyd Schofield. Are you excited for that fight?
Very excited. I'm very proud of a young man in Floyd Schofield. He, even though there's probably an 80% chance of him losing, I want it to be normalized that you can lose early on in your career to a great opponent. You just keep on you you rebuild yourself, you come back again. Is it too early for him? Probably, but why not? If I like people that do the shit that they actually say. Like, bro went on camera and says, "Yo, I'm better than this guy. I'm gonna fight this guy." Da, 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 da. Next thing, now he's actually doing it and actually is going to prove it. So it can either end in one of two ways. One, he gets a unanimous decision loss against Shakur Stevenson, or two, he could absolutely set himself up for even bigger fights and become a household name overnight. I like rolling the dice, man. I
Nah,
can't lie.
I dig it. I dig it. And I commend the young man for believing in himself and wanting to, take that test and get that money. I hope it's just
The
not one of
turkey
those
bag.
that Gerald Anderson situation where you're blinded by the bag. You're blinded by the bag, and usually I get it where listen, I'm sure there was kudos to the young man for believing in himself. And
What? Did you glitch?
his team trying to get the bag because I want to show love because I don't want it to think that I'm hating on the kid because I'm not. I'm more concerned about his career moving forward and another path that he got because I do think that he's a talented fighter. And like what Tank said to Frank Martin, you should have waited. You should have waited. Truth is, you should have waited. Like I feel that when I look at Floyd Schofield. I think he should have waited and carve out his own path, because like I'm with you. I don't believe that a loss defines you. But we see how the sport has been moving lately, how depending on how you lose, you could be forgotten. You could be
And I
forgotten.
think therein lies the issue with waiting a little bit longer. I hear what you're saying, and I do agree with you in terms of an experience aspect. It's mountains and molehills, but
Is one bad performance, right? One bad performance could be like, oh, this guy wasn't. Then you won't get the eyes no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be one of those situations, or he can go out here. We don't know until he gets in there, right?
and that's the thing. That's the exciting bit about the
and
whole.
that's the exciting thing about it, right? But I also would like him to be, I feel like, on the equal. But that's what I like to see. So like when Eddie Hearn made that statement, like if you don't want to, shout out to Eddie Hearn too, because he was getting a lot of slack, right? Even I criticized him at one point because I'm like, hey Eddie, this is supposed to be this person's showcase fight. Like this is a homecoming fight, and he's putting them in there with tough guys. These guys is losing, but Eddie had a good rebuttal to that. He said, "Listen, I'm here to put on good fights and give people good fights for the bang for their buck." I'm trying to put these fighters in good competitive fights and give the fans what they want to see. Good competitive fights so they want to keep coming back and they get a bang for their buck. And I'm not mad at that, Eddie. I'm not mad at that. So that's why I see that this fight right here, it all depends, right? It all depends on what Floyd Schofield does. If he can come out here and he can lose, but it's how he loses.
Oh,
if he goes out here and he gets stopped by a Shakur Stevenson, who people have made fun of and called pillow fist and they put him to sleep, they call snooze Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? What was that? There was like he should have. I remember. Even I criticized him and his style, saying one time that he put me to sleep. I said like he missed out on a good chance to make some money on a sleeping pill, you know. He was like and endorsing a sleeping
I
pill.
regret to say that he actually did put me to sleep, because I remember it was the fight where who was on. Zepeda was fighting that night, and it was both of them. Zepeda gives me a brilliant finish, lovely, compensation for staying up ridiculously late to watch him. All good, the zone, switch over there, looking at the Shakur fight, looking at the Shakur fight, looking at the Shakur fight, not looking at the Shakur fight anymore. So, yeah, like I said, the
Shakur,
best. You know what? The best
not to take
person to
not to take them away from
test where you are at the elite level. Sorry, I'll let you go. I'll let you finish. So, the best the best person to test yourself at the elite level, and know there's a lack of damage, that it's you're not going to end up like that at the end of the fight. Shakur Stevenson, I think it's perfect, to be honest with you. I can't
listen,
be
if Shakur
honest.
Stevenson goes in there and it could be bad. So it all depends on how Floyd Schofield shows up. I know he's banking on a lot of the on how I did against him in sparring, and I hope he's not banking on that, because sparring is what it is. It's all it is just sparring, and it doesn't count. It's not a real fight. Moving right along is the IBF heavyweight title between Daniel Dubois and my man JP. He's gonna have a career in acting when it's all said and done. My man Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying?
Or he could be a
The
tribute
New
act
Zealand
from
Brad
his
Pitt. The
loads of
New
fans.
Zealand Brad Pitt.
He was great during COVID, man. Shout out to JP,
my
man.
man
Joseph Parker.
JP. I know you got your man Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
Yeah,
I know you riding
another victim he's going to adopt and send
I
to
gotta
Gulag.
go with my man that I gave the comeback of the year, because Joseph Parker, his last couple of performances, he's shown that he has got the best out of those camps with Tyson Fury. Maybe
It's Andy Lee. I'm telling
maybe
you.
he's been
I'm
taking a
telling you,
lot.
it's Andy Lee.
Maybe he's been taking a lot out of Tyson Fury. That's why Tyson Fury couldn't perform the way he needed to, because JP was getting all the juice.
Well, because Joseph
JP was over there. He's been working. He's been doing his thing. Being Wilder, being Zhang. He's doing his thing. So I think he's
That's
still
one thing I
riding.
love about Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker, he looks like he's having the time of his life.
He's a good guy. He looked like
he's a lovely.
He looked like
an
elementary school teacher. You know what I'm saying?
He's a sweet innocent Samoan with hands.
Definitely.
Which is weird.
Yeah, and I think that he got the skills to outbox Daniel Dubois, especially if he can get Daniel Dubois in the later rounds and get the young man tired with all that muscle on him, and get him tired and get him slowing down. I think that AP can definitely win a 12-round decision. Maybe even put him on wobbly legs. Maybe even make him quit again. It's in him. But yeah, I can't wait to see that fight. And
it's not in him. It's not in him. No, it's not. It's not in him. There's the decision to fight another day. Because you keep on saying this word quit.
I like that. I'll let you ride with that one.
Merch coming soon. Okay.
Before that,
I believe in Daniel Dynamite Dubois. I like Joseph Parker, man, but I still think Daniel 6 rounds goes in there, flattens him, and then calls out the Ukrainian and flattens him straight after.
We hope so, because Usyk deserves to be 2-time undisputed champion.
I would love nothing more than Daniel Dubois to take away Usyk's O. That would make me so. That would make me true. You know me better than anybody. That would make me one of the happiest people in. I might smile in my sleep.
So we got the NUA fight coming January 24th. We know who's gonna win that. And then you got the
Wait, we'll
possible.
do one more fight because I didn't realize we've actually spent like 10 minutes per fight talking about it, which has been absolutely awesome. So we'll
Yeah.
do one more, and then we'll save more for next week because I really like today's show.
Okay, that's dope. You know what I want to
Dopey,
talk
dopey,
about?
dope,
You
dope.
know what we could talk about? We could talk about Valentine's Day. We could talk about
You,
Valentine's Day unless you want to
you
talk
gonna
about
get me
March
some
1st.
roses?
We could talk
What are you
about
saying?
Valentine's Day or we could talk about March 1st. Which one you want to talk about? March
March
1st is WBA lightweight title with
with
Javante Tank
Javante
Davis
Tank Davis.
versus
Chase.
Lamont Roach on the
Mm,
undercard of.
no, I want to save. I want to save Javante for the next show because
Okay, so we'll talk about that.
we could easily spend half an hour speaking about him.
Yeah, yeah, and probably bring
Easily.
some emotions out, you know, on.
On
But
certain people out there.
on Friday and Saturday, then we'll talk about Valentine's Day and the day after Valentine's Day. The day Valentine's Day, we got our prospect of the year, who will be
Moses
fighting
Atuma.
for his first title against Barinchek, is Keyshawn Davis, and they're fighting for the WBO lightweight title.
First of all, Moses Atuma won Prospect of the Year, so take that back.
Not prospect of the year, excuse me, contender.
That's
It
right.
was Keyshawn who won
That's right.
contender. Excuse me.
Moses is that's my
Yeah,
feature.
We gave Moses and Abdullah Mason. They split that award for prospect of the year. Thank you for correcting my fumble. But for contender of the year, we gave it to Keyshawn Davis, who will be fighting for his first title against
I
Barevchik
really like Keyshawn.
for the WBO lightweight title. I think that Keyshawn pulls away with this. I think it's gonna be a 12-round fight. I think it'll go to the decision. I think it's gonna be a tough fight. I think we learned something about Keyshawn Davis because Barinchek is not gonna lay down. He's not gonna lay down. He's not gonna lay down. He doesn't care about Keyshawn Davis's name. This fight's gonna be in Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I think this is going to be a real tough fight for Keyshawn. This is going to be his
And
tough
you're going to
fight.
go there.
Yes, I will be there. I'll be live in the building. You know, the commissioner
in Madison Square
I'll be in Madison
Square
Square.
Garden, mate.
You already know how at me. The legendary Madison Square Garden.
What question? What? Sorry. All right. I know I was supposed to answer my question, but what's the first question you're going to ask to Keyshawn?
First question I'm gonna ask to Keyshawn. I don't know. I really don't know. I even think that
Just gonna go off the cuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go off the cuff, like Trey say, go off the fly. You know what I mean? So I might
go
do
off the
like
fly.
that. Yeah.
Go off the fly. Merchandise coming soon, by the way.
You already know. Yeah,
okay.
and the next day it's
all right.
Barboza
What was the question?
And the next day, the Keyshawn Davis and Barinchek, I say it's going to go 12 rounds, and Davis is going to probably win the decision and be the new WBO lightweight champion. What do you think about that fight? I called this fight a long time ago, by the way. I said the top rank was going to save this belt.
Barboza versus Keyshawn.
No. Barinchek versus Keyshawn Davis.
Oh, Barinchek versus Keyshawn. I've not really seen a lot of Barinchek. However, as I do understand it, he is quite skilled. However, I've got
and he has
Keyshawn
good
winning.
ring entrances.
Interesting ring entrances I've heard. But yeah, no, I've got Keyshawn as well. I think Keyshawn's very talented, man. I think he and the rest of that ilk of the Schofields and the things or whatever. Well, not so much the Schofield in terms of experience, but I think if he keeps on building the way that he is, he'll be a force to be reckoned with. Especially after winning this world title. So, yeah, I got Keyshawn. I got Keyshawn. As I said, I've not really seen a lot of Barenchek. I think maybe I've seen one fight. I can't remember that anyway. But yeah, yeah, I've got Keyshawn doing a number on him, I reckon.
Yeah, and the very next day, that's that Saturday, is your man Jack Catterall, and he'll be fighting Arnold Barboza, and a title eliminator for the WBO lightweight title. So I guess they'll be fighting to see who fights Keyshawn, if Keyshawn can win.
Pretty much.
So Jack Catterall versus Keyshawn Davis.
Pretty much. Jack will be awkward. He will be.
Where would that fight be on?
Probably in
the Zone. Because there's no more ESPN.
No, it'll be in America, that fight.
No, but I'm saying, what network would it be on? Because Catterall's with the Zone, and we know that Keyshawn Davis is with Top Rank, and his fight is going to be on ESPN. Moving forward with that fight, because
probably on ESPN,
because
it's not a pay-per-view fight anyway. Or
Keyshawn's the champion.
Or Turkey will say and put it somewhere.
Yeah. I'll take this fight. But
I'll take this one. Use it for the. He's got a little board with all of like fighters' names and stuff, like in a hope chest, with like a stack of money and gold. Like the carcass of a dead lion.
Nah, there's a lot of exciting things going on, man. There's a lot of exciting things and upcoming things going on in the sport of boxing. Clarissa Shields got a fight coming up.
Guo.
Yeah, the Guo got a fight. Her fight coming up with homegirl. It's gonna be a showcase for her.
Savannah Marshall stepped me so I had to take her. Oh yeah, Guo.
Yeah, that's gonna be on Sunday. It's a Super Bowl Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Super Brawl Sunday. That's what they call it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Sunday, February 2nd. So everybody, tap in and tune in to watch Clarissa Shields fight. It's gonna be on the Zone. It's gonna be on the
Zone.
We already know who you rooting for. We already know who's.
I'm a Clarissa Shields stan, bro. I'm a Glazer. But when it comes, I'll be truthful.
That's fair.
I will be.
That's
truthful.
Fair. You can say that.
I will be truthful of being biased. Okay. Yeah, Guo. No. Yeah, Guo. Because I've seen her with my own two eyes offer out Savannah Marshall and her whole team by herself in a theater in London, in foreign territory. I don't know, maybe she could do with being a little less overzealous, perhaps. But it's the Guo. It's that Guo energy. Yeah, Guo.
and the album coming soon from the Guo. You know what I'm saying? My album coming soon too. When David Benavidez and Morrell fight too, February 1st. It's gonna be an amazing thing.
You had a collab. Oh my god!
We might have to hit her up. And ask her. We don't know. Thank you everybody for tuning in for another episode of Across the Way, the U.S. to the new Across the Way, U.S. to the U.K. 5 days a week now, Monday through Friday. And you can please like and subscribe. And you can check us out on all streaming services. You already know who it is. I'm the commissioner, a.k.a. Trill. That's Ricco, Mr. BanterNBoxing. And thank you for rocking with us. Yeah.
No, that's not my name. I am the Guo Stan. And I'm going to say Guo Stan after this. So, yeah, Guo.
Level up on these niggas and I know they hate it. Struggling at life, looking aggravated. Got straight to the money, no procrastinating. Buying anything I want like a vacation. You can tell by my walk, I'm activated.